welcome to EGO NetCast. I am Martin Lindeskog. Hi, Janice Wald. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Martin. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah. What are you thinking about? And what have you
How
learned
excited I am.
today?
Well, I'm very excited to be on your show and share marketing strategies and my enjoyment of the site BizSugar, which I recommend for everyone.
Great. And you have been a guest on podcast shows before, right?
Yes, I remember Matt Loomis. He goes by Matt Kaboomis Loomis. He interviewed me. As you know, I was interviewed recently on the CEO Blog Nation podcast. So yes, I have had other interviews on podcasts.
Yeah. Do you listen to podcasts yourself?
Yes, I do. I listen to them when I get an opportunity. I know sometimes on airplanes, I've listened to podcasts, and I look forward to listening to more of them as time goes by.
Yeah, and that's great. And I will jump into that directly. One of the tips of the 33 experts that reveal their best ways to market themselves by promotion and so on. They said there it was one guy here, Mark
Yes.
Berti. He said that podcasting, number 16 there, the best type of marketing promotion is podcasting because you get to build relationship with key players in your niche. When the episode gets published, many guests share the episode with their audiences. The most people you have promoting your content, the better. That's his tips and advice there. On the post that you wrote and published on BizSugar like 25 days ago, 33 experts reveal the best ways to market. And there you have 32 other tips there. Do you have anything you want to talk about that blog post that you submitted to BizSugar?
Certainly. As far as my tip that was included in the 33, I'm a big fan of search engine marketing, and I always look to improve my strategies. And the reason I recommend search engine marketing above all others is that when your posts rank on Google, they can stay there for years, bringing you search traffic for years. Whereas in contrast to, let's say, social media marketing, often that's fleeting. For example, on Twitter, it takes seconds for something to go through somebody's feed. But on Google, it often stays for years. And I've had posts stay in premium spots in Google search engine results pages for years, still bringing me traffic.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And your blog is called Mostly Blogging. How long have you been blogging for?
I've been at Mostly Blogging. I started blogging at the end of 2014. And so I'm finishing up my 5th year blogging. I wasn't always at Mostly Blogging. I started at a site named Reflections because I wanted to reflect on all sorts of topics. But as time went on, I narrowed my niche to blogging, and I recommend people narrow and focus on a niche as well, as opposed to having disparate topics on their blogs.
Great, and congratulations to your milestone there. Yeah, I started out as a blogger in 2002, and that's how I met Anita Campbell of Small Business Trends and also owner of BizSugar. So I read her blog and she read mine, and when we talking together and cooperating in different ways. So that blogging have been done great things for me in my life and my professional lives and also personal life. So
2002, you have another, congratulations. Yeah. That's a long time, 17 years.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a long time, and I enjoy it very much. And I've been podcasting since 2006, so that's also for some time now. And I think as another another post here that you submitted on BizSugar that I like new media and social media and the digital marketing, but also that you could do things in the so-called physical world also, physical marketing, the best ways to
Yes.
promote your business. And you submit that recently on BizSugar. So could you tell
Yes.
a bit about that? How could you do physical marketing?
Well, as far as my blog's name, I chose mostly blogging so that I wasn't
Yep.
limited to just talking about blogging. But when you talk about online information and disseminating online information, we're talking about content marketing, which is online. But as far as marketing and marketing tips, I don't have to limit them to online, and marketers don't have to limit themselves to marketing online. Marketing offline is a synonym for physical marketing, and there are many ways to do that. I mean, tips as simple as have business cards with you. Business cards are affordable, and you walk around with them, and you just never know. Even in the line in the supermarket, you start chatting, to pass the time. Oh, you have a blog. You never know when somebody's going to express interest and ask for your business card. It happens to me all the time. I cruise extensively in the summer, and you get to know people. And so I start chatting. I have a blog, and they ask me for my business card. And I've gotten people this way. I've made contacts offline and gotten people offline that signed up for my blog. My children actually, a few years back, they actually got me a sweatshirt with my blog's name on it, so that wherever I go, people see my blog's name. And this is, again, offline, in person. Recently, I actually published a post about how you can use your car to market your website. And the post was about car wraps and vehicle wraps. And you can actually pay to have your website's name on your car so that wherever you drive, people see the name of your website. I remember another article I published about how to market in person, had to do with shows and booths. And so, many places you go, a convention center, anywhere, you could set up a booth and market your products, your services, your content, and give out information. And then people go home and they look you up and they sign up for your blog. So even though blogs are something done online, advertising them does not have to be limited to online.
Yeah, that's great. And I fully agree with you. As a certified networker, being on business mingles and also wearing my baseball cap with my podcast name and also T-shirts with my blog and so on. So I hear you. So that's great. Could you tell the listeners about your experiences with BizSugar, the sharing function, but also the mastermind group and other things on your mind regarding an online community for small business owners and the
Oh, yes.
business-minded individuals? Yeah.
Absolutely. I highly recommend BizSugar, both for networking and learning strategies. And I have used BizSugar extensively for years. And there are several reasons for that. Number one, you want to meet, if you're going to be a serious blogger, and clearly I am, I'm finishing my 5th year, and I look forward to many more years of blogging. You want to meet serious bloggers like yourself. And there are serious bloggers at BizSugar. So I meet like-minded people there, people that are interested in blogging, people that are interested in social media, people, because there's a social media thread, people that are interested in technology. There's a technology resource thread, people that are interested in direct marketing, people that are interested in online marketing. There are there's success stories there. There's so many different threads for people to promote their posts. I'm sorry, did I cut you off there?
No, please continue, Janice.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I could get carried away. I have such enthusiasm for the site. So number one, you will meet like-minded people like yourself, serious bloggers that have your interests in so many different areas. I think there's a human resources thread. I mean, there's so many different areas there. So I hope that your listeners aren't thinking, oh no, you have to, just be a marketer to use BizSugar, or you have to just be a blogger to use BizSugar. Not at all. There are so many threads for serious bloggers, whatever your niche. I do recommend checking out BizSugar. The second reason I recommend this site is I learn so much by going in. For example, I'll go in, let's say on a Saturday morning to promote my content. And then when I go in there, I see other articles. I see people that have posted, the people that are there before me, they'll post their own articles, and I read those headlines and I see the graphics and I went, wow, these are great resources. These are great resources from my own blogging. They're reference for me. So I click on the headline and I start reading and I learn new tips, and I click on another headline and I start reading and learn more tips. And so, both as a person that, you want to learn more, and also as a blogger that you need references for your articles and you want to quote them. And that gets us into influencer marketing. And you tell people that you've quoted them on Twitter, and Google likes you to link out to reputable sources, and that improves your SEO. It's so funny because like I'll go in, oh, this is real quick, I'm just going to promote it, BizSugar. And I start reading article after article after article that empowers me as a blogger because it adds to my knowledge. And I find, easily hours pass. I mean, it's just Janice heaven doing that. So I say for both reasons, three reasons actually. One, you network and meet like-minded content creators. Number two, you get information for your own content creation. And number three, of course, BizSugar is a place where you can promote your work to other serious bloggers. You asked about the sister community that I think Gail Gardner is heading, if I'm correct. Yes, there's a whole forum there that's now connected to BizSugar. And I see my blogging friends there, and we all talk about interests, like issues is the word, issues related to blogging. And again, your knowledge just grows as a result of this site.
Yeah, that's great.
As you can
thanks
hear,
for giving.
I am a fan.
Yeah, great to hear, and thanks for giving reasons for joining BizSugar and to be an active member as you are on BizSugar, and take the time to explore this online community, and now also a mastermind group where you could learn lots of things, and you could have these Ask Me Anything sessions, and all kind of resources and tools and whatnot. So that's
exactly
great
what you'll find there. Yes.
Yeah. So thanks again, Janice, for giving the reasons for that, and also keep on good work with submitting your post and others' post also.
Thank you.
And that's a fun thing to do. As you said, you read, you maybe submit your own post or somebody else, and then you start reading others, and then comment on them and share them, and so on, and coming back to it, and the thread, as we were doing here, the post that you posted 23 days ago, when it was a long thread with different comments, and when we start talking about podcasting, and now you're here. So so we have had Gail Gardner, and also then Daniel Leonard, that was submitting your post on these 33 different tips, and he had a tip also. Yeah. So who would like to listen to on this show? Do you have any person in mind here for future episodes?
I do, and I know, sure, I actually can recommend someone, and I've also seen her at BizSugar quite often. I know she's an active member. Lisa Sicard, I believe her name, Lisa P. Sicard, Sicard. Yeah. I think she would be a wonderful guest for you.
Great, and that's great to hear, because I have had her on my mind, and we have been chatting and talking on, especially on Twitter, because she's an expert there, and I've written a book there. So thanks for that tip and recommendation, and that you want to listen to her. And share the good word. So I will be in touch with her again and book her for a time so we will talk. So yeah, that's great, Janice. Anything else you want to talk more about BizSugar? Otherwise, you have to do a plug for where people could find you on the net.
Uh, I actually did think of something else about BizSugar. I did want to say that the site is a great self-esteem enhancer. Number one, you can vote for people that have placed articles that you think are helpful. And that, of course, when you see that you're getting votes, and there's even a caption there that says made hot by. And it's just an adrenaline rush to know that your peers in this industry support you and they like what you're doing. And then when you go into the site, off to the right, there's a section that says top posts. And when I see my post there, it's like, again, quite an adrenaline rush. It's quite exciting. So, there are so many reasons to use the site. Certainly an ego booster. As far as where to find me online, thank you for the commercial opportunity. Certainly, I am the admin blogger at mostlyblogging.com. Mostly MOSTLY blogging BLOGGING.com. And you'll find, as I've mentioned, all sorts of tips at my site: blogging tips, marketing tips, social media tips, SEO tips, productivity tips, technology tips for people that want to succeed online. My site is really quite a comprehensive site, if I say so myself, for people that want to succeed online. And so I hope everybody will come on by and visit me.
Great. Thank you very much, Janice, and talk to you soon again.
Oh, I wanted to add before I go, you can also find me at Amazon.com. If you look me up under books, I have published 2 ebooks, a blogging tips ebook and a social media ebook about how to succeed at Instagram. And I have also published a list of monetization resources. So both at mostlyblogging.com and at Amazon.com, you can find me there.
Great, because as a fellow author, I published my first book on tea, and I self-published it on Amazon. So that's great. I will look it up, and we probably talk more about that, how you could marketing your self-published books, and that could be maybe a topic for BizSugar in the future also. So thanks again for mentioning that, Janice, and thanks for your time. And talk to you soon again.
My pleasure. Once again, thank you for having me today.
Yeah. Cheers.
And to you. Bye, Martin.